into Frack The Canon. This is episode 23 in 4 years. So this time I'm joined by, that's a huge close-up. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like my hair. Look at that. And your haircut. We're joined by Sara again, Sara Bennett, with the most questionable tastes.
Oh my gosh,
We'll go with that later.
you're the worst.
And then Mr. Tyler Wiest right here. He was my coworker. Now we no longer work together, but we still hang out every now and then. And he'll be joining us. You want to drop your nerd credit, good sir?
Oh, okay. Nerd credit?
Yeah.
I like comic books, and I like manga, and I like anime, and I like cartoons.
Awesome. Well, you're rocking the Marvel shoes, and Cher's rocking her Marvel shoes. And her Autobots roll out. All right,
That's right.
And then last but not least, the hostess with the mostest, Mr. CJ McCree. Good sir.
Yo, what up? I host with the most, I guess.
Yeah, you do host with the most. I don't see you, but I hear you.
It's all right.
There you go.
You know, I'm here in spirit. It's all good.
All right, so this episode we'll be talking about Into the Spider-Verse and Aquaman, and if we have time, Bumblebee. But first, the most important one, Into the Spider-Verse. So can we get that clip, please, of the little TV spot?
When do I know I'm Spider-Man?
This was never your city. It's mine.
You won't. In the end, it's a leap of faith.
Can't stop me now!
Hey guys,
Who are you?
I'm Spider-Woman.
If we don't work together, none of us will have a home to go home to. Now, we taught him that, right?
I didn't teach him that, and you definitely didn't.
Into the Spider-Verse, only in theaters December 14th.
Alrighty, so let's start with Tyler with the new panelist. What did you think of Into the Spider-Verse?
I think it's well deserved to be nominated for Best Animated Feature, and it might win, and I'm hoping it wins to break Pixar's endless streak of wins in that department. And I like how it is, in a way, kind of reinvigorating just the animation. Because forever we've been stuck on like the CG stuff, and this is new, and I like it.
What was your favorite part of the whole movie?
Favorite part, the just high energy third act with the where they were in that big giant dome thing and everyone was fighting. It was amazing.
Mrs. Bennett.
I love this movie. I thought it was a great way to bring in more diversity without destroying the original character, because
Okay.
I think if, like, Peter Parker's so iconic, but then they were able to bring in all these new different characters that didn't ruin the original in any way.
All right, I got some thoughts, but we'll go to Mr. McCree for his. All right, CJ, your thoughts on Into the Spider-Verse, and what did you think about it?
All right. I loved it. I loved Into the Spider-Verse. Sorry, my nets are really choppy. I don't know if you're gonna lose me, but I love
the whole
Into the
handy-dandy.
Spider-Verse. I'm a huge classic Spider-Man fan, so I really like Peter Parker a lot. I didn't really have a lot of knowledge of Miles Morales' history, but so I came into it with fresh eyes, kind of, and I really liked it. You know what I mean? It was like I don't really like legacy characters all that much either, you know what I mean? But I liked how they were able to tell the same story, but with like kind of a fresh spin on it, you know what I mean? Because it really was the same classic Peter Parker tale, but through fresh eyes, you know what I mean? And told in a way that still made it feel fresh and still made you feel like, no, this is totally Spider-Man, you know, even though it's a different character.
All right, I hear you. We always talk about this stuff, but when I first saw I saw it in Mexico, so I was looking for an English screening. I couldn't find it, but overall I loved it. I'm like, I don't know if I like it or I loved it, because I know I enjoyed it. My only qualm with the movie is that each Spider person did it on their own. Miles had 5 people teaching them to become Spider-Man. In the comic books, he was studying how the Peter Parker did it, and that was my only issue with that movie. It's like, he had the 5 other people teaching him to be Spider-Man, where they had to learn on their own to become a superhero.
But he had to learn it so fast.
But that's just in every movie, though. Every movie's 2 hours long.
Yeah,
It's just
you've already answered your own point. Every movie is only 2 hours long.
so right, but he had people though. Like in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, it was just him. Andrew Garfield, it was only him.
Are you hating on Miles because he had help? He's also like
The movie, and that was my only issue with the movie, that he had help, because in the comic books he had no help. It was just him learning. He was studying the YouTube stuff. That's my only issue with this movie. It was him learning how to. He had help. That was my only issue with that movie. I'm like, he didn't really struggle that much. It was more of him, I guess, accepting it, becoming.
Yeah.
And that's something that I don't know, CJ. How do you feel about that? That it was more about him stepping up to the legacy, stepping up to. What do you guys think? Well, let's start with you, Sarah.
Oh, well, I thought it was great that he had help because it not only told his story but also like the old Peter Parker, because it brought old Peter Parker kind of out of his funk and like showed him a path, kind of like. So it was kind of the both of them discovering each other from seeing each other's perspectives. So.
Tyler.
Well, like, what would you rather have, a coming-of-age story with just Miles Morales for the whole movie, or all these other characters? And I enjoyed all the other characters. They all had a unique relationship with Miles.
That's true. No, and it is called Into Spider-Man for a good point. I was just like, I wish he would have learned it on his own. Just me, because I'm like, to me, it cheapens his journey a little bit. To me, because I felt that he could have easily let go and said whatever you got. Because he didn't even get invited. Like at the end, like they were gonna do it without him. They were gonna save the universe without him.
Yeah, because they knew he'd mess them up like he did before.
He's only like 14.
Right.
Yeah, that's how he's in the comics too. That's how old Peter Parker was too in the comics.
Well, Peter seemed older though.
16.
There's a big difference between a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Still a teenager, but
Yeah.
true. This is very true. That was my only personal issue. I'm like, you had to help. Like that was my only issue. But that's my only thing. It was him. I think I would have understood it more, or felt it more satisfied if it would just been him stepping up on his own instead of just having. TJ.
I mean, that's the thing, though. It's not just his movie. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like what
exactly.
Tyler and Theo were saying, like, you know what I mean? If this movie wasn't called Into the Spider-Verse. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, this movie does involve those characters, and the story was set up in a way that there was urgency. Like, they had to get back to their world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, if it was just Miles Morales, he could have learned how to be Spider-Man at his leisure, like any of the other Spider-Man movies. You know what I mean? Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, where it took him till the end, like till he got, Tom Holland got his ass kicked the whole movie. You know what I mean? Like, and like it was until the very end when he's finally, you know what I mean? Tony came and helped him out and everything. You know what I mean? It was till the very end when he's finally, okay, I can stand up on my own and be Spider-Man. But like, you know what I mean? He needed help because it was for more than just him that he was fighting for. You know what I mean? Like, it was a different tale. You know what I mean? And I was okay with that because any like classic hero journey, a lot of them have like kind of assembled mentors by the end of the.
That's true.
tale.
Okay.
And
That is very true.
Eventually, like all those mentors kind of come together to teach them how to be a better hero. And by the end, just like Miles Morales, he was taking on the Kingpin by himself. Like it wasn't.
That
they
is
were all
true.
gone.
That
You
is
know what I mean?
very,
He
very
sent
true.
them all home. You know what I mean? Like they didn't help him fight the final battle.
That is true. That's very true. That is true. Okay, you're right. I did not think of it, but you're absolutely right. I did like that scene though. I did cheer up. And then, so we have that clip of second clip in there. If you could play that, it's when he finally becomes like he gets Spider-Man. Turn on that clip.
That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?
Made them myself. They fit perfectly.
There's more, but we can't use it because of fair use stuff. When I saw him dive down, like when he was diving down, but he swifted up, I didn't get it till Mark, that podcast he just listened to, Batman Beyond. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan. They're like, it's him soaring. It's him falling, but it's him soaring, becoming Spider-Man. What did you guys think about that?
That moment?
Yeah.
I felt that way too. It was his apotheosis moment, his moment.
Ooh, good word. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's discovering his abilities and yeah, I think it's a turning point in his character. I like it.
I cried. I'm not gonna lie. I cried.
Oh.
Yes, Sarah, you know I cry.
I know you cry.
I'm a crier. All right. What did you think, Sarah?
I thought it was great. I mean, I just watching that clip, it's so visually spectacular.
It is.
Like,
It's
this
so-
movie was so beautiful. The colors in it are just amazing. I hope it wins.
I do too. CJ, your thoughts? It is your clip, good sir. This is your clip.
Yeah, obviously I chose that clip. Like, I love that clip. Like, even watching it just now, like, it just made me feel all tingly inside. You know what I mean? I love that moment. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait to buy it on like Blu-ray so that I can watch that moment again and again too. You know what I mean? Like, it's a great moment, and it feels like to me, this might be weird to say, but it feels like to me the most earned becoming Spider-Man moment I've seen in any Spider-Man movie.
Explain that, please. How so?
Well, because when you think of like a Spider-Man origin movie, he becomes Spider-Man usually like by the end of Act 1.
Okay.
And like, so it's kind of like, you're kind of like battling against the clock. You're kind of like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get him to be Spider-Man so that then I can set up the villain, and then like by the end, you know what I mean, he can, you know, save the city or whatever, and you know, New Yorkers throw cabbage at the Green Goblin and shit like that. But like freaking in this one, like he really, because he had all those other Spider-Man teaching him how to be Spider-Man, you know what I mean, like he kind of had the whole movie to become Spider-Man, you know what I mean? And
Okay.
like, by the time he did become him, it felt like he had really been on this personal journey to this moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's just, when I first saw it, I'm like, I don't know if I like it or loved it, but that was like, I felt weird. Like everyone says so I've been hearing it's the best Spider-Man movie ever. I don't know if I can make that. I don't know if I can make that statement myself. But what do you guys think? CJ, I already see no CJs, and we'll go back to him. What do you guys think, Tyler?
It's obviously hard competition with the Spider-Man 2 with the Dr. Octopus and everything. But that has like a flair of Sam Raimi. Like his tone is so present in that whole trilogy that it takes away from like the actual character of Spider-Man. So Tobey Maguire as a Peter Parker, as a 40-year-old fresh out of high schooler, pulls away from Spider-Man for me.
I'm just keeping track of the time. I know it. Okay. Okay, good point. That's a very good point. Sarah.
Well, I'm not gonna say which Spider-Man movie is my favorite because you're just gonna give me crap about it.
What is it? Just tell me.
No, it's a secret.
No, tell me.
No,
I won't say anything. I'll save that for the next segment.
No, so
What is it?
No.
What is it?
But I'm excited to see I like the Spider-Man Homecoming, the ones that are part of the Marvel universe. And this one kind of is, but isn't. But I'm excited to see what the next one.
What the next Far From Home is?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I don't know how I feel about that movie. We'll talk about that off screen. But what is your Spider-Man movie? Tell me.
No, it's
Future
a secret.
episode.
It's a
That's
secret.
a future
All right.
episode.
Future episode. All right. So before we move on, are there any characters you want to talk about before we move on to the next segment? Anything specific?
Yeah, I just want to add, like, they weren't afraid to take risks. And I think one major thing was the Prowler's death.
Oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Yes, please.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about how Miles hasn't earned his spot, but his development, part of his development has to learn from his mistakes, and spoiler, I mean.
Go for it, yeah, I mean, it's been out for a while.
It's basically his fault. His uncle's dead.
But that's also
Is
a
it
very
though?
Spider-Man thing, though.
It's very
because
Spider-Man.
His uncle was a villain.
But his
But still,
uncle,
though,
if his uncle killed him, then the uncle would be alive.
Exactly. So it's just each Spider-Man, it's something Mark Bernard said in my podcast, has to lose an uncle, regardless good or bad. Peter Parker lost Uncle Ben. Miles lost Uncle Aaron. Like, it's kind of that right, like they have to lose someone that they care about.
I get that, but this one was different from the Peter Parker universe to me because his uncle was literally a criminal. Like.
But that was like he was super tight with his, like he opened up. He was the one, the whole "hey girl" kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
I cared for his uncle. I'm like, and I read the comic books and I hate his uncle in the comic books. I'll let you guys do that. What is your favorite Spider-Man movie?
No.
Damn. Okay. I'll come back. But it was like, I don't want you to die. But I was like, CJ, your thoughts? We've talked about this at length, you and I, about that scene, that moment, about Uncle
Wait,
Aaron.
what moment? The uncle? The
Yeah.
A moment?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that moment was right. I love that moment, and I love that they called back to it at the end of the movie too. You know what I mean? Like that was a genuinely like heartwarming moment and a genuinely funny moment too. You know?
Right.
Like,
What about when okay, that's a great moment. I love that moment. But also, I'm also referring to about the moment where he's about to kill Spider-Man and he takes off his mask and he goes, "Uncle, don't do it," or whatever. What did you think about that? The Prowler, Aaron Davis. We got pictures.
That's a complicated moment to talk about because I don't even know what I was thinking. Like when he was choking him and then he puts his mask back on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, what is happening right now? Like, is he gonna kill him? Like, I didn't know. Like, you know. But like, no, that was a crazy. And then he shoots him. Like, I don't know. That moment was moving really fast. You know, there was a lot going on there.
Yeah, no, it was weird because like he's such a good uncle, but then like in the comic books, he finds out that Miles Morales is Spider-Man. He goes, "Dude, I don't care if you're blood or not. I gotta kill you."
Oh.
Like so, in the comic books, like,
Yeah, I feel like this is a more real relationship.
and so like, so it's by Michael Bennett. So I'm like, and I don't know how you feel about him, but I was just like, I'm very comfortable with Barack. But I was like, oh my god, like dude, like I was like, you made him so cool. You treat him so well in the comic books, and then this moment. So that moment, I cried throughout this movie. Like I said many times before, I just like I love that moment. I love the Prowler. Let's talk about the Kingpin. The Kingpin's motivation for this one.
Yeah, his dead family.
Yeah, okay, let's go for that. You started to go take it.
Oh, well, I mean, his motivation is very clear. Like he wants to bring his family back from being dead, and he's willing to screw over everyone else in his one mission. I don't know. It seems like a very simple motivation to me.
Very similar to the Netflix Daredevil.
Yeah, that's true. Very like even the trailer, I didn't catch it in the trailer, but they're like, oh yeah, it's all about money, Spider-Man. CJ?
Yeah, I loved his performance as the Kingpin. I love the moment when Miles is like sees him kill the previous Spider-Man, Chris Pine.
Ooh, what?
And like he's shocked and he like slips or something and a rock falls and like they see that there's some guy up there and like Kingpin just looks at him and is just like, kill that guy. Like, I love that moment.
All right, so we got 10 minutes left. One last thing. Chris Pine as Spider-Man, the alternate Spider-Man. What do you guys think about that?
Exactly how I envisioned it when I read the original. He's blonde and everything. Like, worked for me.
I didn't know much about it, so I had no
CJ.
opinion.
I mean, he was fine. We've talked about Chris Pine. Like, I didn't think he was anything spectacular. He served his purpose. He sounded like the heroic Spider-Man.
You sound almost like a Captain Kirk version of Spider-Man. Not like because the actor, but like very inspiring, very altruistic. Like we gotta do the right thing, kind of thing. That's my.
Not Kirk.
Yes,
Not
Kirk.
always. Kirk is like
This is a whole nother discussion.
Yeah. Sorry.
What's your favorite Spider-Man movie?
No.
All right. Moving on. What's your favorite Spider-Man movie?
No.
Okay, moving into the next one. Aquaman. We got a clip about the trailer. Can you show that Aquaman clip, please?
Arthur, go home. Do not ever come back to Atlantis. There was a time when I wanted to meet my little brother more than anything. If only I had known what a maniac he would turn out to be. You are not going to win this. The war is coming to the surface whether you like it or not. You know I can't let that happen.
Aquaman, rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX December 21st.
Whew, gave me the vapors right there.
Oh my God.
Stupid, sexy Aquaman and Mira. I love Mira Redhead. Your thoughts?
It was an okay movie.
That's not what you told me. That's not what you told me.
It was watchable.
That's not what you told me.
I like this movie. I didn't love it. I had problems with it.
What was wrong with the movie?
I found it very cheesy. I hate underwater stuff because it always looks like weird. And then when they swim, it looks like they're being powered by their farts all the time. I don't know. It just bothers me.
the Canon, TJ Sarah.
But yeah, I thought it was okay. It was.
TJ, what did you? Marty.
Make nerds laugh 101 and insert part humor.
Yeah.
I liked Aquaman. I liked it more than I thought I was going to like it. It had a lot. I don't know. When I recall trailers from my childhood, when they're like, "This movie has everything," like that's what I feel like Aquaman. It's like they jam-packed everything that people like about movies and shoved it into Aquaman. You know what I mean? They're like, "What? You want romance? We got that. You want huge Lord of the Rings style battles? Yeah, we got that too. You want superpowers? We got that. You want a cocky freaking muscle-bound hero? Yeah, we got that shit too." Like they just like wrapped it all into this movie and stuck it in there. Oh yeah, also forgot 80s synth.
Oh my God, that's my reason for going.
Too. But I mean, it was cool. Like it reminded me, like it to me, Aquaman is everything that the Tron 2 should have been. Like
How so?
when they made
Okay.
Tron 2, it should have been what Aquaman turned out to be. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, I kind of agree with Sarah. Like, it was a decent movie. You know what I mean? It was fine. Like, it had some cool action, but I mean, it wasn't perfect by any means. You know what I mean? Like, there was still, I don't know. It was all right. I don't know. Like, Jason Momoa is cool as Aquaman, but
Go yes, Tyler.
Oh no, sorry, I just wanted to chime in on this because I have a personal embargo against DC movies because they've done me wrong twice already with BVS and Justice League. So I refuse to watch Aquaman in theaters. Refuse to give them my money. But I will say, just from my perspective, it seems like they're abandoning the whole dark DC universe.
Yeah, they are.
And just going with the cartoon. Let's just have a good time.
I'll leave you with this clip, and then we'll move to the next one.
Sure.
Can we show that's fighting between the third clip in Aquaman? It's Nicole Kidman fighting Aqua people. Yeah, that's the one. I'll leave you with this clip, Mister. That's awesome. I enjoyed it. It was all the movies. It was like it's freaking Aquaman, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm surprised with what it's the Arthurian legend with Aquaman. Like his Excalibur is a trident. That's what it is, pretty much.
Right. I will say about that action choreography, really
awesome.
good, really good. Look at that spinning back kick, and also better than her performance as Batgirl.
She wasn't the Batgirl.
No, yeah, she was. Oh, wait.
You're talking about Silverstone. This is Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, no, maybe I'll get back to you.
That's Batman Forever.
Batman Forever?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
All right. Can we show the Bumblebee clip? And this is Sarah will lead on that one.
Oh my God, what are you?
So you have no idea where he came from?
No idea. Let's say we're driving and all of a sudden, somebody's there, hide! You serious? 'Cause I'm bringing you back to life. You've got me, and I'm not going anywhere.
Bumblebee, rated PG-13.
You got the con.
This was the best movie of the winter. It was just really, for me, great to see a Transformers movie that had a female lead. And it
What about
wasn't
Megan
like
Fox?
a non-sex object.
What you got on sexy
female
people?
lead.
What are you going on about beautiful people, Sarah? That's discrimination
let
right
me
there.
Say,
Hashtag me
when
too.
her like glamour shot is just her boobs, like hunched over a car, like that to me is ridiculous.
I know. I saw that. I saw the Transformers, and I'm a guy. Like, yeah, but this was a good movie. This was there was actual journey. There was actual pathos. Bumblebee had a journey. The bad guys had a journey. What was the girl's name? Carly.
Yeah. Well, her real name is like Haley.
They know, but the actress's name, the character name, Charlie. Charlie. Where did I get Cardi from?
Yeah.
Charlie.
Shut up, TJ. The bad guys were pretty good too. Like they were
John Cena.
John Cena. No, I meant the robots too.
Oh yeah. They were
the triple changers.
Triple changers. Yeah.
These guys. It was Angela
Yeah.
Bassett was one of them, and then my favorite bit of the whole movie is they're called Decepticons. No one sees the red flag in that. That made me laugh so hard. I don't know why. That just. Did you see Transformers? Did you see Bumblebee?
I have not.
I highly recommend it.
CJ.
It's all about character journey.
It really is, and
It's really great.
I'm like, and I think it takes place in Santa Cruz.
Yes,
Well, it's
Alameda.
Santa Cruz. I think
Because
they
there
call
wasn't-
it something else.
But wasn't it the boardwalk though? Because I remember, like, that's the boardwalk.
She works at the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Don't sue me.
California, son. They shot it in Alameda though. I have a friend who worked.
Do you
there.
really?
Yeah. Couple.
We gotta talk later.
Yeah.
CJ, any questions about this movie before we wrap it up?
So just so we're clear, you said there's no glamour boob shots?
No glamour boob shots. She's playing like a high school student.
Yeah, I'd be
Senior, 18.
Well,
Okay.
she turns 18 in the movie.
Does she?
She has her birthday. Remember they gave her that purple helmet or
Oh,
something?
at the very beginning of the
No,
movie.
she turns 16, right? Doesn't? No.
No.
No, she doesn't.
No, she turned 18.
Yeah,
I think so.
that's right.
I
Move out.
was just making this joke, and now it's just getting way too far, getting way too real. I'm stopping right now. I might cut this out.
We're gonna have to air this at like past 11.
Alrighty, so we are wrapping out the time. Our next one's probably gonna be. So CJ suggested we do Captain Marvel and Shazam because they're both the Captain Marvel. I'm like, duh. Anything else? Would you join us, good sir?
Only if we talk about Dragon Ball.
Well, that's CJ. CJ, I think CJ would say yes to that. CJ, your answer to that, good sir. A Dragon Ball episode.
Sure, I guess.
Alrighty.
What?
Yes. Will you come back to do Shazam, Captain
I
Marvel?
would do Shazam, Captain Marvel. I can't do Dragon Ball.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Roll insert credits here because we have no song.
Oh, are we supposed to talk about things while the credits?
Yeah, we can talk about whatever. We can just.
What's
is
your favorite Spider-Man movie?
No.
What is it?
I'm not telling. It's a secret.
Amazing.
I'm
But
not
amazing
saying
too.
anything.
It can't be
not
amazing too.
saying anything.
It
Is it
can't be
amazing? Is it
too.
amazing?
I'm not
One or
saying
two?
anything. No.
Cannot.
Spider-Man 1.
I'm not
Spider-Man
saying
3.
it.
Is it Spider-Man 3?
Is it Spider-Man 3?
Spider-Man 3?
It's Spider-Man 3.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Woo!
Oh
What was it?
is
It's the emo. Best ending ever. You had copyright 2018 up.